Welcome back. In this lecture, we're going to talk about PyQt5 Designer. I told you before that PyQt5 helps you design, drag and drop PyQt5 components and design windows without writing code yourself. Now, this makes the workflow smoother and keeps things very easy for you. So, how do we get started? Well, first thing you have to do is install PyQt5 Designer in your Python command prompt. Pip install PyQt5 Designer is the way you do that. And the next thing we need is PyUIC5. What this does, when you actually design a front-end application on PyQt Designer, which you will install using this command, you will see that you can save this in a .ui extension, .ui file format. Now, this is not Python file format. This UI format can be converted into C++ code, into Python code. This PyUIC5 package helps us convert this into Python code, so you can use it in your own application. So pip install PyUIC5-tool is how you install this package and install it, so we can get started with working with Python, PyQt Designer and PyQt5, just using it all over the place in the most efficient manner that we can. Now that you're here, I'm sure that you have installed PyQt5 Designer and PyUIC5 tool. If you have not, this is how you do it. Pip install PyQt5 Designer, and I've already installed it, so it won't be installed. It'll just tell me that I've already installed it. And pip installed PyUIC5-tool is how I install PyUIC5. And I've already installed that as well, so it'll tell me that I've already installed it. Now, how do you access Designer? Well, you just type, when you have installed it, this will be saved in your path, and you can just type in Designer, and Designer will open up, as you can see right here. Now, this is the main screen right here where you can make new applications, front-end applications. You see on the right, on the left, you have different layouts, you have different spacers and different buttons that you can use. We discussed some of them here, some of them in the code. We can create these lists, these tables, and containers, different input widgets, line edit, and this all is very important. And a lot of other stuff you can do here with PyQt5 Designer. So, well, let's get right into it. Let's create a main window. As you can see right here, you can choose a lot of things and there are default templates. I'm going to choose main window because it's simple. For creating main windows, make sure you use main window, and when you're working with dialogues, choose any of these. As you will see, we will develop applications using this, so you will have no problem. Now, screen size, you can choose whatever you want, and default size, just choose default for now. Now, wait a minute, I have to start again. So now I've made a main window here, and I can resize it whatever way I want. And I can add different layouts. For example, let's talk about arranging stuff in a different way here. So let's say I choose a push button and a label. Now, we talked about these layouts and I said that you will understand more here. Well, this is where it happens. So let's say I want to show these like this or like this in a row. Well, I just combine them together, and there is an option here right here which shows me how to lay out the selected components. If I press this, it'll lay out it'll group these together in this way. I can move them together like this. If I break layout, I have to break the layout and then choose anything else. I can choose them with a splitter. I can choose them simply horizontally like this. I can break the layout, then do all sorts of stuff here, as you can see. So this lets us do a lot of stuff which we really want to do and really want to create complicated applications with it. So as you can see, I can combine multiple things into one, multiple groups into one, then select that group, make sure the one you want is selected, and you can just move it anywhere. You can resize it. You can do a lot of stuff here, which could have been very hard to do in real applications, in writing the code yourself. So we're gonna create a to-do list application using the designer and then add all the functionality to it later. And I want you to design that yourself here. You'll be using all these things. You can use grid layout and you can add things to it, like this whole thing. You can add it to grid. So you can, and here on the right you have all these options that you'll be using. I want you to explore this yourself, like drag and drop and just do stuff all the time. You can do stuff here. You can change a lot of stuff here. You can add style sheets. So what I want you to do is do this stuff on your own. And if you have any problem, do ask in the question section. In the next lecture, we're going to start working on this to-do list application, and I'm going to show you the final product, the final thing that we'll be building. And I want you to build it yourself. And if you can't do it, well, I will follow up with a tutorial. This stuff is, in the beginning, may look like alien stuff to you, but it will be very easy once you get the hang of it. So I'll see you in the next one.